Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and today we're going to be taking a look at a trophy pushing army that you can use to climb up to Titans League. Outstanding stuff. Now, we're over here in Elite 9 taking a look at some of the best replays, and I'm currently working on the Town Hall 9 Let's Play series. We've been kind of working on hero upgrades, doing some hardcore farming, but we have not crossed over into trophy pushing yet. So let's take a look at Goofy's attacks and see what kind of army he's using and what he's doing in order to accomplish those cups to get up into Titans League. For those of you that have never trophy pushed before, we are going to be using this army, which is a Queen Walk and Baby Dragon. So one of the things that you need to understand in that is as you push up the ladder and start collecting trophies, you're not going to be able to 3-star every single base because you're going to be facing off against Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 11s, and you got to basically nickel and dime and grind and collect as many cups as you possibly can in order to accomplish your goal. So the one thing that I loved about this replay and his attacks is that Goofy has mid-level heroes, level 16 Queen and a level 13 King, but again, you need to know how to Queen Charge and Queen Walk and use the rage spells to keep her alive. And that's where we're going to start on this replay over on the far western side. The target here is the Town Hall to collect the 2nd star. And so that Queen is working. You got 5 healers backing her up. There's also some baby dragons on the bottom side of the map to collect some percentage, deal with some buildings, and direct the Queen into this Town Hall. But the baby dragons do get taken out by a Seeking Air Mine and the defenses. Rage spells, they're used to keep your Queen alive against point defenses, and that's exactly what happens here. We have a balloon dropped in order to look for a Seeking Air Mine to protect the healers, but it also absorbs the missiles from the air defense and basically has the air defense target the healers instead of this Electro Dragon. So it works out phenomenally, being able to get some chain value out of that E-Drag, taking down that air defense and allowing the Queen to get around the bottom side of this Town Hall and do some damage to it. At the same time, you're going to start seeing some troops dropped around the map in order to take down multiple buildings to collect the 2nd star, and that is what is integral to pull as many trophies as you possibly can by gaining that 2nd star. So we got baby dragons sprinkled around the base outside of range of any air defenses. We got the Queen working her way into the clan castle location, which houses bowlers, and that's what our attacker is going to do, is freeze those bowlers and allow the Queen to take them out with the addition or the assistance of a rage spell. So again, we got baby dragons working their way around. We got 49%. We are going to collect 52%, and then he's going to dump the rest of his army. He's not even going to use his Barbarian King. He's going to end the raid right there and collect a nice 10 cups. Like I said in the previous replay, as you move up the ladder, you're going to start facing off against Town Hall 11s, and this base is actually quite nice because you have a lot of chain value on the far right side of the base with all those buildings stacked up together. But again, this is a lengthy process, and this is one of those things that you have to have some patience. I was talking to Goofy on Discord, and he was saying that it took him about a month and a half to achieve Titans League, so that's a big achievement for him. We definitely want to show off his work because, I mean, that's a long time grinding, a month dedicated to this. And so if you are trophy pushing, I'm actually quite interested to hear how long it took you to achieve Titans League. Drop it down in the comments below for us. But again, we got this Queen Walk going on, and this is one of those things that's a very lengthy process. You got to have some patience for this, especially with the mid-level heroes, because the Queens and the Kings down in the mid-level, they're not as strong as the level 30s. And so it's one of those things that you have to get accustomed to and have a general understanding of how she operates in order to accomplish these tasks. So she's going to move up and be able to reach that air defense, which is absolutely phenomenal, getting rid of at least one of those. And then he's going to drop that Electro Dragon on the far right side of the screen with a rage spell and get a ton of value out of these collectors, the gold mines, and the elixir pumps. Rage spell down on that Queen. Her ability has to be used because of the damage that she's taking from that expo. And you cannot get, you can't exactly expect him to be able to get in on that Town Hall because we do have Inferno Towers. They're set to single target especially. So that's going to be extremely difficult for his Queen to achieve to get to that Town Hall. So he does pull an Electro Dragon out of that clan castle on defense, but at the same time he drops that E-Drag on the far right side of your screen, and you're going to be able to see the amount of buildings that this beast is able to take down before he has to start dropping the baby dragons. So the E-Drag will be taken out by both the air defenses and the expos, and he's at 39%, so he's just short of the 1-star. So that's where he's going to use those baby dragons, spacing them out. That way he does maintain the rage ability from those troops. Remember, once they get too close to to each other, I believe it's within 2 to 3 tiles, they will lose their rage effect, and it really slows them down, and they're not as effective as they could be. So he's looking for points around the base that are outside of range of any air defenses, especially away from that E-Drag, and he's using the baby dragons to accomplish the goal of getting the 1-star. He's at 48%. Those baby dragons do pull seeking air mines, so that's something that you have to take into consideration. They will be taken out very easily versus that, but he is going to be able to accomplish the task of the 1-star at least and gain 54% before ending the raid, and he still has 1 freeze spell and a king in his composition. He's going to pull a nice 11 trophies off of this base, so let's go ahead and get into our next replay. In this next replay, we are going to get to see some serious multitasking happening against this Town Hall 11, and one of the things that you have to take into consideration when it comes to dealing with Town Hall 11s is that Eagle Artillery. You don't want to activate it before collection of percentage, and so we got 2 different things happening at the same time. You got a Queen Walk or a Queen Charge on the far right side of your screen, and on the left side of your screen, we got some baby dragons clearing out some funneling. We want to get in on that Town Hall and take it down. Now, one of the things about this Town Hall or this base you have to take into consideration is the possibility of hidden Teslas around the Town Hall in that compartment. So he has used the wall breakers to open up that compartment on the far right side of your screen. The Queen is doing very nicely. There's no Inferno Tower coverage over there, and she's able to collect nice percent over there by herself without the use of rage spells just yet. And at the same time, baby dragons cleared out multiple buildings, allowing a baby dragon and an electro dragon to move towards the Town Hall. So E-Drag has been placed, and there's going to be a rage spell dropped on that electro dragon to at least take down the Town Hall. There goes the Town Hall. It's about to fall. Queen has worked her way into an air defense, taking down 1, and this is going to maximize how much she's able to take on before working her way into those expos. So rage spell down on her. She's going to take out multiple buildings, getting her health brought back up by the healers. Another rage used over there on the E-Drag, and the E-Drag is getting a ton of value before luring the electro dragon out of the clan castle. So a free spell is going to be dropped on that E-Drag to take it down, and the E-Drag will fall. Outstanding work here. Another rage spell. The final rage is going to be used on the Queen to get some more percentage over there. We are at 42% with the baby dragons brought in on the top side of the base and the south side of the base to collect buildings that are outside of range of any of these air defenses before hitting the nice 50%. So he's going to work his way up to 53%, and he's going to end the raid right there, pulling off a nice 14 trophy offering in Champion up in the Titan League. For our final replay, you're going to get to see the replay that launched Goofy up into Titans League. Now, this base is actually pretty solid. You got a near max Town Hall 11 going on here. We're working on walls, obviously, but he's going to start out with that Queen Walk over there on the right side, taking on some of these buildings. Not a lot of defensive pressure. You got an air defense that's under upgrade, and he's got those 5 healers backing up the Queen, got the archer over there working on an army camp, and he's going to try to push this Queen towards the enemy Queen's location. Now, he's got to deal with that high level expo. That's something that you really have to take into consideration, is the amount of damage that your Queen's going to be taking on. So he's going to drop that rage spell, offsetting it to the Queen's immediate left. That way he knows that the Queen's going to work her way towards left. He's going to try to get as much value out of that rage spell as possible. So Archer's going to work on a gold mine. The Queen's going to take down the gold mine. And one of the things that I want to point out to you that is effective, why this is so effective, is because this Inferno Tower is set to multi-target mode. If this was a single target Inferno Tower, the Queen's ability would have had to been used by now. So that is something to also think about. Now, she's going to work her way into that air defense, which is going to work out kind of good because he wants to get that E-Drag in on the Town Hall's location, but it's not necessarily mandatory. Starting out with a balloon on the bottom side of the base, looking for seeking air mines, and then the E-Drag is going to work on these nicely clumped buildings. There's only like 1 tile difference, 2 tiles in some of them, but he's going to get a lot of value here out of this E-Drag, dropping a rage spell in this location. Queen's going to work her way up into that enemy Queen and unfortunately get smashed, like just absolutely crushed. She couldn't even she only did a little bit of damage to that level 46 Queen. So that's where your Queen levels come into play. If you are currently upgrading at Town Hall 9, just think about that. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. We got about 35% before the E-Drag ever makes it into the Town Hall's location. And as it works its way towards the Town Hall, it will start finding traps in a air bomb, seeking air mine, and also find the hidden Tesla farm. So that's where that E-Drag's life ends. And now we're at 35%. Baby Dragon is going to be sprinkled around the outsides of the base, obviously having to deal with some air defenses in some of those zones, as well as Archer Towers, but he's going to be nice and patient with the drops of the Baby Dragons and try to maximize the amount of use that he gets out of them. He also has the Barbarian King that he could use if he does come up slightly short, so that's why he's holding on to that, I'm sure. And then you also have, what, 1 rage spell and 2 free spells that he could use as well. So again, he's going to hit the 50%, dump his army, that way he can keep it reset to where he wants it, and that's just how he chooses to do it. But he's going to pull away a nice 5-cup offering here and launch him up into Titans League. So again, let's go ahead and take a look at the clan and his account. I want to give him a special shout out because I was kind of harassing him this morning. I was like, dude, I want to see your replays and I want to see what you got going on. He did, and you can see here in Elite 9, there's multiple Titan League players that are I believe they're all Town Hall 9s. I didn't look before recording this, but we're going to go down here to the bottom of the list. This is exactly where Goofy Town Hall 9 is located, and here's his profile. Special shout out to you, man, thank you for allowing me to come over here to Elite 9 and record your attacks. This is not the only army for Town Hall 9 trophy pushing, but we're going to be on the hunt and take a look for other trophy pushing armies in the future, so stay tuned for that. And if you learned anything today, drop it down in the comments below and let us know. If you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.